November and December is separation season. It's when the best coaches and online entrepreneurs make all the money, while the average ones unplug early and just coast into the new year. My name's Dan Harrison, and I turn high-ticket coaches and experts into lifestyle founders for a living. And over the last few years, I've sold over $1 million without sales calls, routinely closed 5 to 25K offers by chat. We've won school games 3 times. And in this video, I'm gonna give you the holiday payday playbook that I use every November, December to make bank and be able to take loads of time off to spend with my family. So let's dive in. Now, the main problem is that coaches just take their foot off the gas too early. And you got to think, like, why do they do that? Or what's the difference between the ones who take their foot off and the ones who put the pedal to the metal? The difference is a belief in terms of what happens in December. And so I want you to check with yourself right now. Do you have the belief that people buy in December, or that there's a lot of people with a lot of money who are waiting and looking for you to spend their money on in December specifically? Or do you have a belief that something like everybody's spending their money on Christmas presents and money's tight at this time of year and nobody's really going to want to invest in coaching or my services? Do you see that the level of conviction between those two beliefs are going to produce different results? Because they definitely do. And so the underlying principle to see success in the holiday season is your belief that it is possible. My belief was challenged. I used to have the latter belief, nobody has money in December, until a mentor of mine challenged it. I was in the finance industry, and he let me know on a little secret that in December, a lot of companies and a lot of people are really looking to, they have surplus cash flow and they're looking to spend money so that they don't have to pay taxes, or they're looking for tax deductions and tax write-offs. I hadn't even thought of it that way, but it totally made sense. And the minute that that shifted, I started to have the best, like those were the best years of my business. And then when I switched out of that career, that remained true because of my belief that there is many people who are looking to spend money on my services in December. All right. And so that's the first problem, is like a mindset thing. The second problem is they typically don't plan for the holiday season and they don't take any proactive measures. And then as a result of that, what happens is all of the leads that could have, would have bought and purchased and become a client, they go ice cold over the holidays. And typically, like, they just lose the sale. And as a result of that, like, they lose all of the momentum and they end up starting behind the 8 ball in the new year. And when you lose the momentum, like in this game of building your online business, momentum is everything. When you have it, you just keep stoking the fire. You want to keep the ball rolling. When you don't have it, it's a grind. And so if you get momentum, like, do not lose it, all right? And so the best coaches and online entrepreneurs, they understand that November and December and January is buying season. It's when people are already buying and actually are just looking for an excuse to invest in themselves instead of that PlayStation or phone or whatever else they're going to buy with their money. All right, they're just looking for someone like you to let them know that there's something better that they can spend their money on. All right. But in order for you to be successful in the holidays, you have to align with the season. Okay. So a couple of pointers that the most successful coaches do in this time is they understand that this is a season of service. All right. So they are showing up in community. They are giving back. They are creating for their clients, and they are in a season of service. Okay, they're not unplugging, they're not disengaging, they're leaning in, they're giving more, all right? The other time in this time of year is it's a really great time to upgrade your offer. So there might be some features, maybe there's a price increase, but it's a really good time to make some of the changes to your offer. This is also the best time to follow up with all of the leads that you've talked to all year and never cashed in, never actually made the offer or the follow-up. This is a great time to follow up with everybody and just clear the pipeline. If you just did this one thing, you would make so much more money in December. And if you do that, if you were to get into a spirit of giving and generosity and service, and you upgraded and tweaked your offer, and you actually followed up with people, you would set yourself up to have a breakthrough holiday season and following year. And I know this to be true for a couple reasons, but a few years ago was the first time I did it in the online space. We did this weird sexy Santa campaign. I'll show you a picture here. Okay, this was before AI, all right? And all I did was say, hey, I made some changes and updates to my offer. Do you want to know about it? A couple people did, sold a couple spots, made another weird post. Hey, still have a few more spots. A couple days later, another weird post. Hey, I got 1 spot left. And we sold 10. It was a $6,500 program, so 65 grand from that one campaign. All right. And so this is a great time. And once it happens once, by the way, when it happens one time, you know that it's true, or like, oh, wow, this is now my truth. This happens. And it's easier and easier to do again and again and again. We've been doing this same play for like 4 or 5 years now. And so a couple little secrets. I'm going to give you the play, like what to do. All right. But before I do, I'm just going to share a couple things. All right. This is like 5 tips to do this really well. Number 1 is you actually have to show up as a leader. You have to lead yourself. You have to make sure that your energy is good. You have to make sure that you're taking care of your thoughts, your beliefs, your energy, and you have to lead yourself in order to be able to lead other people in this time. All right. And so that's kind of foundational. Is if you are in a bad headspace, or you're out of integrity, or you don't have good energy, like you got to fix that first. And this is the thing that is the biggest money-making activity that you can do, because if you don't do this, it's going to bleed into everything else that I'm going to show you here. All right. So number 1, you have to be a leader for yourself and then for your community. Number 2 is offer appeal. So when I was saying it's a good idea to tweak your offer during this time, what I really mean is there not remaking your whole offer, but rather giving it some curb appeal? Can you paint the fence? Can you add a feature? Can you speak to it more so in terms of the benefits? Can you add extra calls, add extra time, bring in an expert, supplement software? Are there things that you can add into or take away from your offer that make it appeal better? All right. So you want to upgrade your offer. You want to feel confident about your offer going into the holiday season. Number 3 is thinking about your content cadence. All right. So if you're going to make an offer in the holidays, then you want to think through what's the content that I'm going to put out that's going to support when I go to make that offer. And a couple like types of content that are good is there's content that connects you with your community. So for example, my hair, I went and got my hair cut yesterday, and I had this hilarious post on Instagram, most engaged post on Instagram like probably ever, because I was just laughing at this hairdo. Okay. And I don't ever go get a haircut. I've never had my hair look like this, but it was funny. And I connected with so many awesome people. And that's just like content that's like, hey, I'm a human. I'm a real person doing the life thing. All right. And then there is character. There's character posts. And these are posts that are expressing like who you are, what you believe in, what are your values. Right. And then you have like some coaching. So where you can actually show and tell people like what it is that you are, like how you can help them. This could be like a Q&A, like, hey, ask anything and you can just respond in some content, answering questions, things like that. And one other type of post that seems to get good engagement is like creating, like what are you creating? You can just share behind the scenes, like, hey, here's what I'm creating. And actually, lastly, would be a conversion post. Very specific kind of conversion post, which I will share with you here. All right. So this is number 3, is just thinking about your content cadence. Like, what do I want to, if I've got 30 days between November 20th and December 20th, like what's the content that I want to go out that will support my holiday campaign? All right, so you got to think through that. This one, reap what you have sown. Here's where all the money, like a lot of times people are talking about campaigns or running ads or getting leads, but I promise you, all of the money is in the very bottom of the funnel. It's where relationships already exist. You're already in conversation with these people. They've already consumed your content. They already know, like, and trust you. And if you look back over the last year and you just went through your phone, like just do this, okay? You will make so much more money if you do this. Go into your phone, go into Instagram, go into the messages, and just scroll through all of the past messages that you have and tag or earmark anyone that is possibly a lead, that was even a little bit interested. I bet you find hundreds, if not thousands, of leads, conversations, energy, effort that you have already sown. And the holidays is a great time to reap what you've sown. Go back, re-engage, follow up. By the way, the follow-up looks like this. Hey, John, I know we've talked before. How you doing? It could actually just be as simple as that. Hey, how you doing? Start there. Then it might be, hey, I know last time we talked, you mentioned that you were like, so if you have an upgraded offer, then it's very easy to follow up with everybody that you've talked to over the last year with what's called a re-offer, all right? It's re-offering them the same thing with whatever upgrades or changes that you've made to it. It's a very easy way to get back into the conversation. And I'm just going to share with you a very simple example of what that could look like. You'd want to make this look and sound and feel like yours, but it could be as simple as, hey, I've been thinking about you. Thought you'd be interested in checking out my new offer. I've made some changes to. Right? Also, I want to be straight with you. We've chatted a few times, and I think that our program could really help you achieve, if you know what their goals are or you know what's important to them, you fill that in here, right? Because you already have a relationship with them. And then you want to give context. So what I do, or what I did, is I would shoot a Loom video. And I would just send a quick little 1-minute message saying exactly this, because I already had relationship with them. If I didn't have relationship, that might be a little bit too much. So that's why it's good for a follow-up campaign. And so I want to be straight with you. We've chatted a few times. So giving context as to why you're sending the video. Right now we're running a holiday offer. That's the best offer we've ever made. It's the cheapest it's ever going to be because we're raising our prices next year. I think you've seen our offer already, but as a quick reminder, here's what we do. 1, 2, 3. What are the kind of core things? So part 4 is, I think you've seen our offer already, but as a quick reminder, what we do is 1, 2, 3, right? These are the 3 things that we do that help you get the result. And right now with our holiday bonuses, we have this, and this that are different. It's only offered until you can make a small deposit to save your spot. And if you're open to hopping on a quick 15-minute call, or you want to take a look at an offer doc, just reply to this message. Okay. Sending that message to all of the people that you've talked with will make you a load of money, all right, in the holiday season. And the last strategy that we use is called the workshop that doesn't matter. And really what this is we run a workshop in December that is plan your 2026. And if you are a sales rep, or you work with nutritionists, or you work with dads, or whoever, you just gear this planning workshop and you do it in December. And you say, hey, let's plan your 2026 before the holidays so you can actually unplug and enjoy yourself, and then hit the ground running in January. And then this is just a registration page. And on the back end of this, there's a little video that says, hey, if you are an X looking to book looking to plan your 2026, you're probably also this kind of person, this kind of person, this kind of person. And if that's you, then I want to offer you a free planning session with me, or a free whatever your invitation is. And the cool part about this is most workshops, if you get 100 people to register, only about 30 people are going to show up live anyway. But in this, using this where people register and then there's an offer right away to book a call or take the next step, it's usually 10, sometimes as high as 20% of the people will actually take you up on this one. So this is why we call it the workshop that doesn't matter, because before the workshop even starts, you've already booked 10 to 20% of the calls. And in that way, by the time you go to run the workshop, you've already booked all the calls. And so this is a fantastic strategy in December. And the last thing that I'll share with you here is just order of importance, order of the things that are going to make you the most money. Number 1 is you focus on yourself, leadership. Number 2, you focus on improving your offer. Number 3 is you focus on your follow-up. Number 4 is you focus on your content, and specifically Power Post. And the Power Post is just a very direct post. You don't do a lot of these, but in this one, it's like, hey, I'm looking for, is this you? This is what we're offering. It's a Power Post. We have frameworks for this inside our free community. There'll be a link underneath this video to join us over there. We run Lifestyle Founders Group. That is the 4th strategy. And then the 5th is running something like a workshop that doesn't matter. So these are the 5 things that we do religiously every holiday season that allow us to make $50,000 to $100,000 a month with these campaigns. If you want to learn more about these strategies and campaigns, or other tools, tricks, strategies to grow your coaching business, become a lifestyle founder, then go ahead, click the link around. You can join our free community, and I'll see you in there.